Today, I'll be working on a 2006 Scion XB.
The truth.
So today I'm going to be installing some new front fender liners on the Scion. So let's get this box open I got from Amazon and see what they look like on the inside. Alright, now they obviously came pretty tightly packed in that box, so I'm going to have to spread them out a bit, let them heat up, and then try and figure out which one's the driver's side and which one's the passenger side. Alright, now if your vehicle is like mine and you're also missing the under tray, you're going to need to purchase that as well, because the fender liners won't work properly without the under tray to hook up to. So I had to go ahead and order an under tray for the Scion, so let's get this thing open as well. Alright, now that we got the under tray and the fender liners for the Scion, let's go ahead and get the car jacked up in the air and start getting this stuff on. I'm going to go ahead and do the under trays first on the Scion, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the fender liners. Hopefully the weather holds out. It's been kind of on and off raining. So yeah, if you see a big break in the video or whatever, you know, looks like things changed, it's because the weather's changing on me. Alright, so I've got them laid out of how they fit underneath the car. You're going to have your left driver's side over here, if you're in the States. Front left side, front right side, right side wheel well. So I'm going to go over the part numbers. That way, if you need to order just one of these pieces, you can do that, or you can order them all, whatever you need to do for yourself. But let's start with this one right over here. Turn around this way so you can see the part numbers. So it's got these part numbers right there, and then it's also got these ones right here. Again, this is the left side wheel well area, splash guard, whatever you want to call that thing. Next is going to be the under tray. The part numbers are right up here. There we are. That is the left side under tray. Here is the right side under tray. And finally, our right side wheel well. If I can get the part number around. Got these part numbers. And I also got these part numbers. I will link all of these down in the description below of where I got them from. So hopefully you can try and narrow it down from there. But yeah, let's go ahead and start getting stuff on the car. I was underneath the Scion and I noticed... So the passenger side still has these brackets where the under tray goes, but this side, they are broken. Both of them. So what I'm going to do is probably punch a hole and just zip tie it to the under tray itself. That way it holds everything in place. And yeah, it'll protect the bottom side here. Besides just getting a new front bumper altogether. Because I'm trying not to spend a whole lot on this car because I'm about to sell it. So if I can get things working in a decent way without jeopardizing too much, I'm going to do that. And this also gives you an alternative to if yours is broken too, but it also explains why the under tray is not under here anymore. Alright, so it looks like these two under trays kind of interlink together. The holes kind of match up here. And then this, I'm just kind of weaving in and out of itself just to kind of match that up as well so it doesn't flap around too much. But what we'll use is probably a fender clip in this one because it doesn't look like it mounts to actually anything, but I could be wrong. If it does mount to something, we'll definitely mount it on there. I saw all the holes for these two, and then these are the ones that were broken off that we're going to remedy here in a minute. But this one, I didn't notice anything at first, but we'll get it up in there and double check. And yeah, go from there. All right, I'm going to start with this passenger side one. I had to dig up a couple bolts in my bolt bin because there was nothing on the car. But let's go ahead and get this one on first. And I think it's actually a body panel clip that goes in this one. I was looking underneath there again. And when these two made up, it looks like it goes into like the kind of the body frame right near the radiator. So we'll check that out here in just a minute. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this one on. I just found two 10mm bolts and I got my ratchet and we're gonna get this guy in place. All right, so this side right over here, looks like I'm gonna need two bolts that go in that hole and that hole. And that's gonna hold this side up. So I gotta go through my bolt bin again and find two that'll fit those threads. Try that guy. All right, I found two that match and that fit the holes, so let's go ahead and get them in the fender. Alright, what you just saw me do was punch a couple holes here and here. So when our new under tray comes on, I can run a zip tie through to the other one and just kind of hold it together on both of these. That way the under tray doesn't go flapping around. And unfortunately, when these broke off, there's not much else I can do with it besides find a new one and like do that plastic welding thing, but I don't have all that stuff. And yeah, should be relatively fine. It's just holding an under tray in. It's not holding anything super serious, but you know, if you want to do the right thing, get a new front bumper. If you want to half-ass it like I'm doing, do it this way. Now remember, we are going to interlink these two. And we're going to get them up here. It looks like there's just a nut that holds it onto this bolt that goes up here. I'll show you guys here in just a second. Now I don't know if it really matters whether the driver's side's on top of the passenger or the passenger's on top of the driver's side. But as long as you get them like interlinked down here and then put the nut in up here. But now we can go ahead and put our zip tie here just to hold this guy steady, and zip tie here to hold this guy steady. Alright, now that we got our bottom side secured on both sides here, we're going to start working the wheel wells. I might as well just start working this driver's side wheel well first because I'm right here. And we're going to get it up in there. And yeah, I'll show you what to do. Now we do have bits of the old one still in here. Goes up, 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 about right here. That's where it stops. And then the rest of that's just missing. So we're going to go ahead and take out like the bolts that hold these things in. It's got some plastic clips. I have no idea what size that is. I think it used to be a plastic clip, but the middle part came out. I think same with that one. There's a plastic clip. So we're going to start working our way around, getting all these things out of here. And that way this old one comes all the way out. That's cool. Yeah, let's get it all the way out of here. Alright, so a couple things that just don't make sense in my eyes, but you know, I don't work for Toyota. Behind this one and this one right here are square plastic nuts on the back, I guess you can call them. And then it's got the plastic O-ring that goes kind of on the outside here. So that way you can't just pull these things out because square peg, round hole kind of thing. So I'm going to put in some round ones just like these. But the worst part, I mean, obviously that all nastiness just kind of builds up behind there, which is disgusting to begin with. But this body trim right here blocks our last hole right underneath here. So you're going to have to come through, and it's got these little plastic clippy things right here. You're just going to kind of pry down, and they're just going to kind of pop out. If I can get it one hand. There it goes. So they're just going to loosen up, and then we'll pop a couple out, and we should get enough access to get to this last bolt underneath here. So we're also going to open up this little guy right here, and there's a bolt. We got to take this bolt out, and this whole piece should kind of swing back enough, and we got our bottom ones taken out. That we should be able to get to this last one underneath here. There we go. Now we can finally access that last body panel clip that's right underneath here. Alright, pop the old one out. Now I'm just going to clean up this nastiness right here. Alright, so I ended up taking the garden hose and spraying the rest of that crap out of there. But for these square holes, I'm going to be using these plugs. They fit in there good and tight. As I drop it. But I got this kit from Harbor Freight a while back. It's actually turned out pretty well for me. Here is the part number. It's got a lot of different body panel clips, and the ones I'm going to be using these square holes are these guys right here. So if you're having to do the same thing, I would get this kit because, again, this is definitely paid for itself already. And then, of course, I've got my random ones in there too. But this kit, it's actually pretty nice. It comes with a lot of different ones for a lot of different size holes. And yeah, so let's get these in here with our new fender liner. Alright, now these 3 horrible ones are back in. I'm going to go ahead and put the side skirt back together. I'm going to push up on it first, clip all the bottom side, and I'm going to make sure that these little yellow tabs line up in here. Push that all back together, and then screw it back in. Alright, so I was just kind of measuring this thing up and where it goes exactly. It looks like this bolt's going to have to come out. And this one right down here is also going to have to come out. And then that one will go with this one. That one will go with this kind of oval-shaped one here. And yeah, most of these others are just going to be the little push-in clips. There's some inside here as well. There's one, where is it? Way up here. And there's also one right here as well. Those are also push-in clips. And then, looks like our final one's going to be this one. We'll mate it up. I don't know how exactly I'm going to do that. Maybe just another zip tie or something. Or, I don't know. I'll figure that one out here in a minute, though. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get all these put together. Well, I'm getting rained out for a minute, so I gotta hold off. I'm pretty much done with the driver's side, the under tray. I just gotta do the passenger side over here. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute once the rain stops. Alright, the rain has let up for now. So, moving on to the passenger side here. We're gonna have to take all this out, take that bolt out, all the little clips under here. He's got tape from the previous owner. The little clips down in here. And then remember, we're gonna have to pop this guy open to get that bolt underneath here, and then pop this side skirt down just so we can get that bolt underneath. So this side's not as disgusting as the other side, but it's still full of leaves and crap. So let's get it out of there. Now again, just like the other side, we're going to be working our way around. I'm going to put those big ones in these 3. Put our little body panel clips up and around. Got my screw that goes in here. Oh, sorry if it'll focus, right here. Got a screw that goes in right down there. I'm gonna meet up with that right there. And then the rest are just body panel clips. Like they got the one right here. Where's the other one? Right here, I think. Right here is another one. And then we got a few on the backside over here as well. So let's get that all in there. I'm going to try and keep you guys out of the rain as much as possible. I really need to finish this job, and it's starting to sprinkle again. As you can see it all on the side of the car again. Alright, got all my bolts in. That one, and then the one underneath here. Where are you at? Right there. So now I'm going to go through and start doing these body panel clips all around. And yeah, get everything to line up the way it should. And some of this gets tucked inside the fender well. Some of it stays outside. It's pretty much right after, I think, that one. It starts getting tucked inside. If I can get up in there, but probably take two hands. But yeah, let's go get it worked around and get the rest of our body panel clips in. You are. All right, so this one and this one fought me on both sides of the car. Ended up having to like push in and then pop them in place at the same time. It's a real pain, but you can get them. This thing does not fit perfectly, but it fits pretty damn close. But yeah, now both sides are on. Let's go ahead and get the Scion back on the ground. Alright, she's finally back on the ground. Well, I hope this video helped. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below and I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. If you like any of the background music that was in this video, check out the artist's SoundCloud, link is in the description.